Hey one, hey all, welcome back to the channel. And I bet that you've heard of a battle master, a target master, a headmaster, an action master, a power master, a brain master. But have you ever heard of a medic master? This little 3D printed guy is going to be our focus this time around in the latest GotBot True review. Hey one, hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe while you're at it, loud my baby. And hit that notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton, and it lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that, man, in the description down below. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring. Or, of course, hit the join button right here on YouTube and become a channel member, baby. And this is the 3D printed Medicmaster. This is an original design by Autobot 00. I'll probably reiterate that a couple of times through the review here. This has a couple of alt modes that aren't really official, but we're going to see how well he functions, and we're going to get a closer up look at what he looks like and kind of who he's supposed to be paired with, though I'm betting you probably have a pretty good idea of that already. Without any further ado, let's head over to the table and take a closer look at this guy. And so here's a quirky little master. It's not really a target master. This is a medic master. This is a design by our buddy Autobot 00. He has done a number of the kind of target masters in this very like diminutive small size, and he wanted to do one that could go with Ratchet and be medical instead of some sort of like weaponry or something. Now, if you're interested in like the target masters that I've looked at already, I did look at his version of Nightstick back in episode 858, which was pretty good along with Cyclonus. Then I looked at Pinpointer, who I think might be one of my favorites. It is definitely the most involved in episode 879. And finally, I looked at Nebulon to go with Ricochet in episode 880 pretty recently, and that one functions tremendously nice. So this is an original design. My understanding is that it doesn't really have like an official alt mode, so there's a couple that he kind of explains in a link that I'll put in the description, so you can see a link to the file. The printing services of my buddy Justin from the 3D Corner is what put this in my hands. So there's the design by Autobot 00, and there's the printing services of my buddy Justin from the 3D Corner, and this is what we get in the end. By the way, in the chest where you see the kind of heartbeat, there's also an option there of having it be a flat line. So, let's talk about the coloration. We're going to have to say 10 because we have nothing else to compare it to. I think the white is mostly PVC. I think the red, I don't remember what it's called, but my understanding is that the red that's here is the same sort of plastic that's used in things like the bottle caps of colas and whatnot. So it feels fairly robust, actually. 10, because what else are we going to compare it to? Let's talk about the articulation. So, the articulation here, we have a head that can go left and right and back and down. We have a shoulder that can go all the way around, I think. Yeah. Out to the side, we have elbow to 90 degrees. Because it's on a ball joint, we have a swivel there. The wrists rotate. These little blasters on the arms, they can actually come out. They can also take blast effects, which is nice, like Siege, Kingdom, Earthrise blast effects. Don't think there's a waist. No, there's not. The legs can go forward. Mine not as far as I'd like, but I think that's the print, and I just don't want to push it. I think they can go ahead further than that. Yeah, if I push it, I can get it ahead a bit further. Not back a whole lot, or at least, again, I'm not pushing it to go back a whole lot. Out to the side all the way. The knee to 90 degrees, again ball joint in there, that gives us our swivel, and we have an ankle tilt And we even have a heel that can move. Now I think you might be able to use that for some of the transformations. I'm saying that pretty loosely because, like I said, there's not an official alt mode here, but I think you can use it for that. So articulation, he can actually get a lot of poses. I'm going to say the articulation for something this small and diminutive, which is like Micromaster size, Battlemaster size. If you go back and you look at the other ones, I've compared this to other sizes. It's only tiny like that. I'm going to say it's a 10. Here he is with Earthrise Ratchet, so you can see just how small he is. And he is quite diminutive. I mean, it is what it is. It's what you would expect a Medicmaster to be. And now we get to the weird part, which is going to be the conversion. Again, all that Autobot 00 really says is that there's not an official transformation, so basically get creative. He gives 3 ideas, 2 of which I understand. The third one I kind of don't get. So the first one is a defibrillator. His feet apparently can be used as defibrillators, and you know, basically you just take the arms up, and I don't know, let's put them down like that, and you take this arm up and around, maybe, and turn it down like that, and then here on the back we can open this out. Maybe I should have opened it out first. There. Open that out and you can flip his head down, and there's a handle here that can flip out. So actually I'm going to flip that handle out. I'm going to flip the head in. Now on my copy the red head crest just came out, but that happens on my copy. Hopefully it wouldn't on yours. Close that up. That kind of back cross section is very much like he does with Pinpointer, which I think is kind of brilliant. We bring this up over on the top like this, and we'll just go something like that, and that would be like your defibrillator mode. You put it on, you can see if there's a like a heart rate, I suppose we would say. Then there's like the welder blaster, which is basically this piece there like that, and then you bring the arms, I don't know, down like this, and the legs can go kind of bent up, and where is that handle? Maybe the legs can go bent down like this, and you could sort of do this sort of mode with it, where it can be underslung or held over. This hinge on mine is really loose. And then the last one is supposed to be a pulse reader, but he basically talks about having to like put the feet together and lock one foot into the other, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand what he means in the instruction. Well, what he's trying to explain in the instructions. You can fold these in, and they can go together, and there's a handle down here, but I don't understand how they're supposed to exactly lock together. So I think you could do this for the welder or the heart monitor and have it kind of read. So you can use this handle or kind of this dual foot handle down here. I don't know if, because this is an original design, if it really needs to turn into much of anything. I feel like it's much like the Battlemaster Rung, where it turns into a something, but it's not really a thing. I like the idea. I like the look. I don't like the alt modes. Transformation 2. It's just I don't think the transformation on my copy works the way he intended for it to work, and I don't see the point in doing that transformation. So maybe you're more creative than me, because I gotta be honest with you, like, I'm not one of these guys who sits around coming up with fan modes. Though I love fan modes, I leave that really to other people, and I like to share them when they come my way. I'm saying to myself. However, because there is no actual alt mode and the creativity with a billion joints is there, I also have to put his head crest back in. A billion joints is there. Somebody else might say, no man, his transformation is a 10 because you can do whatever you want with him. And I do respect that. So, overall speaking, I would say that this 3D printed lad is still a solid 9 overall. It's still fun and it's still pretty darn functional. I might have to glue that crest into his head. I respect and like that the 2 little removable blasters on the side of his arms that can fit in his hands, at least they do on mine, and the one on the back. All of that can take a blast effect. I don't happen to have one handy here with me now, but they do take blast effects. If you're more creative than me, you could probably come up with some cool alt modes. I'm just not that creative. I like it. I don't think it's my favorite. I think my favorite so far is probably Pinpointer in terms of design, but this is pretty neat. It is an original idea, and I do certainly want to kind of put him with Doc, or my version of Doc that came with my Ultima Guard, and my Ratchet, and this guy, and even the Studio Series Ratchet, who I call Remedy, a predecessor, a guy who taught Ratchet how to be a doctor. So like all of that medical team together, yeah, I dig it. Because you can help, you know, the Titans to the tiny, and Medicmaster is just another hand in the battle for good health. And here we are once again, and here he is, and he looks great. Like, he looks medicinal. He looks the part. Like, he looks like he belongs hanging out with Ratchet and Doc and those sort of guys. He functions well in terms of his articulation. He's great. He can strike a lot of poses. There's a lot of pieces and joints here that move. In terms of the transformation, because a lot of it is left to your own creativity, like, I'm not that creative of a guy. I wish I was, because I do adore fan modes for things. This guy, however, because of all of his joints, he does lend himself well to fan modes. I can't pull off all 3 of the ones that are listed on the site because I don't understand how you're supposed to have one foot plug into the other. There's something I'm missing there for the, maybe it's the pulse scanner. I can't remember it now. And some of the modes that are listed there work better than others. Nevertheless, because of the fact that you can put both ankles in, which gives him a 5mm peg, and because there's a 5mm peg also in his back, there's a number of ways that you can configure his body parts in order to give you the alt mode that works best for you. Anyway, I like him. I still think Pinpointer is my favorite of these diminutive little guys, but this is different. This is a unique design. Again, I want to thank Autobot 00 and our buddy Justin from the 3D Corner, because that's the only reason that I'm able to look at this guy. I am gladly going to add him to my collection as kind of Ratchet's little partner. I don't know if he'll ever see another alt mode again, but he is neat. Anyway, let me know what you think about the first ever Medicmaster. I appreciate you guys coming by and giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course hit the join button right here on YouTube, baby, to become a channel member. While you're at it, hit the subscribe button, stick around, have some fun with us here on the channel, and don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single day, you right there, you do make a difference. And I look forward, baby, to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights, at the stop motion premieres of the old-fashioned way, baby, right here inside the videos.